We all know that wrestling is scripted, right? I mean, if you would Irish whip someone in real life, they probably wouldn't run and come back to you. So can real fights happen between wrestlers? Fuck yeah. I mean, some things happen in backstage that we don't see. Whether it's Triple H counting the amounts of talent he has buried, or two wrestlers fighting. For real. So today we're going to rank top 10 WWE backstage fights that happened in real life. Number 10, Simon Gotch vs Cara. This fight actually happened during the WWE draft. Now how random is that? By the way, it's not the botches in Cara who did all these botches, and I mean all of you know that we had two Sin Caras. When one Sin Cara disappeared, we got another one played by Hunico, who is a great wrestler and doesn't botch. I mean, the previous Sin Cara is one of those guys that you see in commercials. You know those Spoon 3000 commercials or anything like that. I mean commercials of a guy who tries to drink some tea but he got his spoon into an eye and now he wants to buy a Spoon 3000. Let's move on. During WWE Draft 2016, Simon Gotch and Sin Cara got into a backstage fight, and apparently many rumors say that Sin Cara beat the shit out of Simon Gotch. Number 9, Brock Lesnar vs Ryback. Now that fight actually happened in 2013 or 14, I don't quite remember, but there was a backstage fight between Brock Lesnar and Ryback. Now do I even have to tell you who won this match? It's Lesnar. It's obviously Lesnar. Now we don't know the details of this fight, but apparently Lesnar kicked Ryback's ass. Number 8, The Great Khali vs The Big Show. Now obviously we don't know the details of these fights. I mean, I can't just go to The Big Show and ask why the fuck he attacked The Great Khali. Apparently The Big Show wanted to give a lesson to a newcomer, The Great Khali. Number 7, JBL vs Blue Meanie. Now I think most of you know about this fight. There was a ECW reunion, ECW pay-per-view, and there was a fight between Raw and SmackDown versus ECW roster. And the fight was obviously, you know, fake wrestling fight. Well, not for one of the worst commentators in the WWE. For some reason he beat the shit out of Blue Meanie, and Blue Meanie was actually bleeding in the ring. JBL punched him for real, but Blue Meanie got his revenge when his friend Stevie Richards attacked JBL with a nasty chair shot. Number 6, Yoshi Tatsu vs Sheamus. Sheamus, Yoshi and DiBiase were roommates. Sheamus was acting like a boss of this weird ass group. I mean, why? DiBiase and Yoshi were obviously angry about that. One day Tatsu and DiBiase confronted Sheamus about unwashed protein shakers. Sheamus reacted with arrogance, and then he threw protein shakers at Tatsu and told him to do something about it. Well, he did. He kicked his ass. Now in the WWE, if we would have a match with Yoshi, Tatsu and Sheamus, we all know who would win. It seems like in real life we wouldn't get the same result. Number 5, Shawn Michaels vs Bret Hart. This happened back in the Attitude Era. We all know the relationship between Bret Hart and Shawn Michaels. They were never friends because of the big competition between both of those guys. Things got personal when Shawn Michaels accused Bret Hart of having an affair with Sunny. Bret Hart obviously confronted Shawn Michaels. And you know, Shawn Michaels had a very cocky attitude, so they got into a fight. Now this is your right to believe who won this fight. Shawn Michaels claims that he won the fight, Bret Hart claims that he won the fight. But people who saw this fight said that this fight was very short, but for the most part, Bret Hart was kicking Shawn Michaels' ass. Number 4, Brock Lesnar vs Kurt Angle. Locker room wanted to see which one is the strongest. They agreed to fight in a shoot fight, and same goes for this fight. Some people say that it was actually a draw and nobody won, and some people say that Kurt Angle was a winner. Now this is again your right to believe who won, but who actually cares? They had great matches in a wrestling ring. Number 3, Booker T vs Batista. Booker T and others in the WWE were said to be upset at the way Batista was conducting himself, acting as he was above everyone. I mean, this is understandable because he was a face of SmackDown back then, so I can believe that. Now I guess more details of this fight will be released on Booker T's WWE Network interview with the JBL, but as for now it's been said that Booker T also kicked Batista's ass. Booker T also said that if he was fired during that day, he would be fine. Number 2, Chris Jericho vs Goldberg. They never got along in the WCW days, but when Bill came into WWE, he said that Chris can't sell. Chris wasn't too pleased with these words and pulled Goldberg aside backstage and demanded answers, leading to an explosion of temper from Goldberg, leading to Chris Jericho instantly slapping on a front face lock and body scissors. Upon releasing this, Goldberg came again, only for Jericho to land a takedown. Take a look at these guys. You have your first impression. If somebody would ask you who would win between those guys, I mean, by the looks of it, this guy could literally kill anyone. Turns out he got his ass kicked by Y2J. Seems like Jericho has no tolerance for stupid idiots. And number 1, Edge and Matt Hardy. It got so real that it was actually turned into a storyline. When Matt Hardy was injured, Lita cheated with Edge. And that's, by the way, in real life. Lita traveled with Edge and they became a couple. Now I don't have any tolerance and respect for this kind of behavior, but hey, it's not my business. Either way, people who cheat in relationships are assholes. Anyway, Matt Hardy attacked Edge in backstage, in arena, everywhere he went because it was real. Matt Hardy was actually fired from the WWE, but crowd demanded for Hardy to be rehired. So Matt Hardy got back into the WWE and they had a match at SummerSlam with real fist fights, with real stuff. Now because it wasn't a wrestling match, it was very short. And this is not one of those happy stories where the good guy wins. Edge kicked Hardy's ass. Anyway, these are the top 10 biggest backstage fights in the WWE. If you have any suggestions, make sure to leave them in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, subscribe and share. The Great One, peace, love and hugs.